Hello and welcome to ITBS Media. A great shout out to all our subscribers on this channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like and share the video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to protect your Microsoft documents and content. We'll look at Microsoft Word, Excel, Publisher, PowerPoint, how you can protect the content you have. It is possible that you have a folder that you share with others. It might be at work, it might be anywhere, but there are certain files that you want to keep to yourself, probably because of the sensitivity of the content. So you might decide to password protect these documents. So we'll see how you can do that quickly. Now let's open this. This is a Word document. We're using Microsoft 365. Alright, so this is a document and I want to make sure that the content is password protected. And I may also want to make sure that anyone that have access to this document is careful not to delete the content, or is careful not to delete the file. So I want to leave it in a read-only mode for others to access in read-only mode. So let's click on File and you click on Info. That shows you the information of the document. So go to Protect Document and see all that you can do. You can always open in read only. So if you click on this, it will put the document in read only mode, so that if people access it, they will have it in a read only mode. It will not be in a write mode. So you will not be able to write into it, but you can only read it. You cannot edit it. And this is to encrypt with password if you want to password protect your document. So we'll go into that. Then if you want to actually restrict editing, control the type of changes others can make, this is where you go. So let's start with this. So I want to password protect this particular file now. When I click on this, it will bring it back and tell me to confirm it. Okay, so I have to re-enter the password. And now this document is password protected. So I can close it out and come back in and let's see what will happen. Alright, so let me open it again and let's see. Here we go. This is what you see now, because you have enabled password protection on the document. So it will always require from you to put in the password before you can go in. The disadvantage of this is if you forget the password, you won't be able to access the content of the document. So you have to make sure that you have the password stored somewhere secure where you can always access it, or it is something that you remember always. So I will open the document now. using the password I input. There you go. Alright, so let's go back to info. Okay, let's click on it. Let's put it in read only mode. So you see it says to prevent accidental changes, this document has been set to open as read only. Alright, so if you want to, all of you want to restrict editing, so you can, once I click on that, I say limit formatting to selection of styles. You can limit formatting to selection of certain styles. You have done your work and you don't want anyone to come and change the style that you have put with the heading, the font and stuff like that. You can decide to restrict that. So this is where you go. Then editing restriction, allow only this type of editing. So let's look at this. See? Group, if you have group, you put it there. If it's everyone, so show all regions this user can edit, so you can do that. Then no changes, read only. Track, if you want to track changes, allow. Then comments, filling in forms. So these are some of the restriction you can put. You don't want this on that. Then when you do want to start, are you ready to apply these settings? So that's if you want to start. So I'm not going to put that now, but you know where to go if you want to restrict editing on your document. Right, let's go back to info. Just click on the icon, and if you want to add digital signature, this is where you go. Ensure the integrity of the document by adding an invisible signature. So for example, if I'm sending this document out and I want someone to read and forward it to someone else, and I don't want the person I'm sending it to tamper with the document, I can add digital signature so that if it gets to the final end, I can compare what is received at the final end to what I have and make sure that it has not been changed. Alright, so let readers know the document is final. If it is a draft, if you've been working on a draft, then you can use this to mark it as the final edition. If that's the final edition, after you've edited the document maybe several times, then you can put this check mark there to let the receiver know that there is no more editing. You've completed the editing or the review, and now you have the final version of the document. So that is about Word document. So I'm going to release this. Alright. See, when you want to remove the read only, just go back to the same place and click on read only. It will remove it. Now let me go to the password protection. You see it has come back to this. So let me remove the password. So I've removed the password, and because of that I can close it now and close the document. And bring it up. let's see what will happen. Remember, I have removed the read-only mode and I have removed the password. That is why the document is able to open to me. I can see the plain text right in front of me. Alright, that is for Word document. Let's open Excel. The same thing is applicable to Excel worksheet. For Excel documents, you still go back to the author would like you to open document as read only unless you need to make. Oh, I think I put this one into read only mode yesterday. Okay, so this is where we go, file, then we go into info. So I already put this in read only mode. That's why I received the initial information that I had there, and that information tells whoever is opening the document to be careful if there is no need for editing or writing anything to it. Just access this document in a read only mode so that it will prevent accidental delete or changing of any content of the document. So the same thing here. And now for, you see, we have open and read only, we have encrypt with password just as we have in Word document. But beyond that, in Microsoft Excel, you have protect current sheet. Remember that Excel workbook has, you can open different sheets, so you can decide to protect the current sheet that you're working on. That's by clicking on this, and you can decide to protect the workbook structure. You can add signature. Let's just try this. Okay, now in this particular sheet 1, there are so many things we can do. We can put password and check what we want protected. Like, we can select cells, we can protect from formatting cells, we format columns, row, insert row. So allow all users of this worksheet to, so whatever is checked here, the users of the worksheet will be able to do all those things. If you don't want them to do anything, just make sure that you uncheck that. So if you have created your row, the table, and you don't want the rows and the columns to be tampered with, make sure the rows and columns are unchecked. So that is, you don't want them to delete column, you don't want them to delete rows. Make sure that all these are unchecked. If you check it, that means you allow all users of this worksheet to delete columns, you allow them to delete rows or to sort. So that is what we're just going to look at in Excel. So you see a slight difference between Excel worksheet and Microsoft Word, because Excel has to do with table and it has sheets. You can just open the next sheet here. So we have sheet 1, we have sheet 2 now. So you can password protect sheet 1, but sheet 2 may not be password protected. Okay, so I will close this out, and same goes for PowerPoint. Let's wait and see. Okay. A few seconds, that should load, and let's see what features are available. Alright, same, we go here into info. Alright, then same thing. So you see, read only password, digital signature, and mark as final. This is very similar to Word, but Excel has more fine-grained features that can work even up to the level of row or columns limitation, as limitation on editing rows or columns. So this is what I'll be able to show you in this video. The same thing is applicable to your Microsoft Word publisher. So thank you for staying true, and if you have not subscribed, don't forget, do subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends and families and colleagues at work. And look out for the next video. At ITBS Media, we produce videos to enlighten all and sundry on how to maximize the applications you have, because you pay for it. So it is good that you're able to, you know what features are there and how you can maximize these features. Thank you. See you in the next video.